Okay, I think we are on with this meeting. We are probably on also on our Facebook page, festival Facebook page, TGIFF Facebook page. So I'm very honored, and it's my pleasure to have this panel in the online section of the Galactic Imaginarium Film Festival. There is now a big event going on in the Romanian film production scene. It is very nice to have this film that is the work is ongoing, and it's about of course the Voyager, and we have here part of the team who is working on this project, and I will name the people involved in this project. If I will find somewhere the PDF that is yes, of course. And of course I will start with the director and the screenwriter Ilinca Neagu, who I think is the soul of this project. She's a filmmaker and a producer based in Brussels, Belgium, with experience in factual and documentary advertising, fiction and sports coverage. She studied at the UNITC in Bucharest and is a 2010 Berlinale Talent Campus alumni. She's the owner of InVisual, a production servicing company that covers Benelux region and Romania. Also, we will have here today Lucas Ruyssen. Lucas is a DOP, director of photography, based in Brussels, Belgium. He graduated from INRACI Cinema School in 2013. Since then, he has worked on mainly for narrative projects, documentaries, and high-end commercials. Lately, he has worked for international productions like House Hunters International and Mysteries of the Abandoned. Also, we have with us Stefan Buzea, who is the head of CGI in the film The Voyager. Stefan has produced various TV series and commercials using both live action and animation. He was the producer of the animated short story From the Polar Bear and the short film Valley of the Kings, which combines several techniques such as stop motions, 3D animation, and virtual productions. Also, Cristina Tache, which is a well-known TV producer and journalist in Romania. She is highly skilled in managing and coordinating TV production and online production. She is known for producing successful and high-quality live TV entertainment shows, docuseries, and national and international reportages for Antenna Group main TV station, Antenna 1. Also, in a few minutes, we will have Stefan Lupu, who is a Romanian film and theater actor, director, and choreographer, known for Hackerville, Why Me, and Life in 3, Viața în 3, which is the Romanian title. And last but not least, Adrian Nartea, who is a famous Romanian film actor and very appreciated public features. He is known from the ProTV Vlad Phenomenon series from 2019 to 2021, with worldwide distribution by Echo Rights, a modern Romanian version of The Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, dear guest, welcome to our program.
Lovely to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for inviting us in such a wonderful program.
First of all, I must tell a little story, because everyone likes stories. A little story of how this program became a reality. I got news, a link of a press release or an article in the online media about the film from our jury president, Irina Margareta Nistor. And I said to her, wonderful, it's a great opportunity to have Romanian science fiction film production here after so many years. It's very nice. Maybe someday we will have a panel at our festival with the team or the director or something like that. And Irina didn't say anything. And I just had a message from her that Ilinca Neagu will call me about this. And this is a big surprise. Wow, we will have here, it's such a fresh news, very appreciated by the Romanian science fiction fans and film fans. And I thought this is a good opportunity to have in our film festival a production, an ongoing production of a Romanian film that is in the genre of the festival, because the Galactic Imaginarium is still the first and only science fiction and fantasy film festival in Romania, not on other topics, so only science fiction and fantasy, and also one of the few in the Central and Eastern Europe on the same topics. So welcome again to our program. And first of all, I want to ask, when was the first time that emerged the idea for the film?
This is a long story that dates back to 2015, actually. So it all started 7 years ago when the idea first came to write the story, and from there on, well, we had a long and winding road that leads to 2022 and to this amazing crew. And yeah, here we are. So it's a 7-year-old, it's going to school now, this project.
So the script is all yours, or do you have any other collaborators?
I wrote the script. I did have a script doctor, the name of William Brookfield, who has, so I met him at the project. Let me start this. The project participated in Fest pitching program at the new film festival in 2015, and on this occasion, I was introduced to William Brookfield, who is an amazing scriptwriter himself. He wrote, for example, Milk, the film about Harvey Milk, and he agreed to help us. So was a script doctor for this film, and he brought it to, well, let's say a more finished version, to which, of course, 2 or 3 more years passed by, and finally got to the shooting script. So yeah.
This is your first experience as a screenwriter, or did you had any similar projects?
It's well, it's not the first, definitely not the first. I work on scripts. As I work, I usually collaborate with scriptwriters as well. For example, my previous film, Boxed In, was based on a theater play, and I collaborated with the author of the theater play to write the script, which was my writing, but based on his previous work, and of course I had his agreement and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm used to writing my own scripts.
Yes, but this is the first original script that you wrote, or do you have any others?
No, I have others.
Okay, because it was interesting. Why did you choose a science fiction topic for the film?
Because it's so first and foremost, because I really like sci-fi. So this is
me too.
The main answer, because I really like sci-fi, and because it's such a creative and free genre, which allows people to allows the author to create metaphors and to make messages much more accessible to a larger public, even younger public. we all grew up with these amazing film sagas like the original Star Wars trilogy, or the the Alien series, the Ridley Scott's Alien. So it's all of these. They're the equivalent of modern fairy tales, and you get messages which are much easier to pass through this science fiction setting.
When you started the work for the film?
So the actual work for the film started, I'd like to say, about 2 years ago, when I first was introduced to Stefan Buzea and visited the studio. I think it's about 2 years ago already. Time is passing so quickly nowadays that you lose track
Yeah,
of.
that's for sure. Yeah, there are almost 2 years.
Something like that. And that's when we came to the idea that we're gonna work together, that Stefan had everything we needed, and yeah, that's where it all started.
So how did you decide to make the film in Romania?
Well, because at the time, the facilities that the studio had, the Black Manta studio had at the time, well, they were quite unique in Europe. In the meantime, yes, you see studios opening, the technology becoming a little bit more accessible to filmmakers everywhere. But at the time, it was the logical choice, if I may paraphrase another sci-fi character.
Okay, talking about the tech part of the film, what kind of special effects were necessary to reflect the vision of your vision as a director?
I think I'm going to need Stefan to say that, to answer this one, because this is a Stefan question.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's such a complex project, we used a lot of techniques. So we combine some classic techniques with some really new techniques. I can example some green screen techniques. So we use some base CGI, and also we combine the LED wall with like a set extension with real props. We build some real wall for the alien spaceship. We also use the mock-up suit, and we captured the movement for the alien. We model it in 3D. We will use also some tracking for the camera. We use some tracking, a classic technique with tracking the shooting, the footage, and also we try to track the camera inside Unreal. We use Unreal for 3D environment. And also created some 3D space for the set extension, for the ship extension on the LED wall. Here for the LED wall also Ionut Samuela helped us to have it on the set. So it's, and of course after that in post-production we will recreate and bring some other 3D classic aspects like scan the actor Adi was 3D scanned, and also the astronaut costume was 3D scanned, and it will be rigged and animated. So we'll have also the astronaut shooted on the set, and also 3D scanned and animated on some shots, right? So it's a lot of techniques combined in the short movie. Yeah. It
Is
was
this
challenging for us.
Is this the first time that you are working on science fiction production, or did you have any previous experience in your line of work with such subjects?
Now it's for me, it's first time. I just worked on some small projects and used some just one technique or two techniques from what I've described earlier. So this time was all in one project. It is the first time for me to combine all of this in the same project.
I propose to have some images from the set, from the CGI production, and I invite you to make some comments on each of them. I will share now the screen, and we will see. Do you see the screen sharing?
Yes.
Okay, so could you comment on this image?
To recognize the character, or was it just a joke? Yes, this is a. Oh, sorry, Siri just had some moments. Okay, so here we have our alien. Stefan Lupu is costumed with our mock-up suit, and this is a calibration posture. So we needed to calibrate the costume, and then all his movements was captured inside the software. So this is a T pose before capturing. Hello, Adi. This is Stefan playing with the costume. He's from a dancing.
Is also choreographed.
Absolutely, yeah. Very good choreograph.
This was one of the reasons actually why he was so very well fit for this role particular, because he had a very good understanding of the movement, of the body movement, of body positions, of his, he was aware of himself in the space he occupied, so which was very interesting. And I think
this is a first contact between the astronaut and the alien. It was just a joke.
And the director nearby giving some indications.
We can actually ask Adi about this interaction, because I think he has some very nice things to say about how Stefan and him work together. Is Adi still there?
I don't know. Let's see.
Hello there.
Hello, Adi.
Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, America. Sau cum era? Salutare. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. I can't see everyone. Why can't I see everyone? I don't know. I will never get used to participants. Yes. See all the participants. Okay. I can only see Stefan.
No, we can see you. We can.
That's good. So, hello.
Hello, Adrian. Welcome to our panel.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Ciao, Stefan. Ciao.
We already presented you in a small presentation when our session began. And now I will invite you to comment on the images presented here on sharing. If you have anything to say about this image or any other images involving you or any crew member, please do.
Yeah, so in this picture we can see Ilinca trying to take care, because probably she is imagining that Stefan will attack me and will not, but Stefan was not in the character, he was really tender. Yeah, on that. I think this is one of the image where we were thinking about the contact between the astronaut and the alien. Ilinca, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. we were establishing even with Stefan if we can do this kind of contact, because it's really hard for Stefan afterwards if this contact is happening carelessly, you know. So this was one of the many things that we had to have in mind when we were going through the script and when we were going through everything that is happening in the script and in the scenes. So what can I say? It's a nice recall. Even I was talking to Ilinca, even if it happened like a few weeks ago, actually, it felt so intense that I really am hoping to see something, you know, from Stefan's hands, to see if things are the way I imagined it, you know. But the best thing is that they should be the way Ilinca is imagining it. Yes.
Yeah. No, but to come back to this picture, it's actually a nice throwback, as you've mentioned, Adi, because you know, one thing which is very, very, and this is why Stefan Lupu's choreography training was very important, because he would understand exactly this kind of difficulties in order to create natural movements, but which, for his character, for example, we worked on grips, the way he would grab something just to create the impression of extraterrestrial, otherworldly, alien. And so it was a very, very interesting process, and to have them together on set and interact without actually interacting, because of course it's there's a CGI work that needs to be done afterwards. There's of course Stefan, the alien doesn't look like Stefan Lupu with a motion capture suit on. So and all of this is very, very interesting and very. It's a learning experience for me too as a director. So, as we've mentioned, it's not.
It was a learning experience for all of us, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, which was really nice, and I'm really, really grateful for this, because it's, you know, this is how pioneers are doing, you know, and I feel like a pioneer in this, and I'm lucky to be on board of this, you know, Voyager.
Totally
which is nice. Yeah.
And we are lucky to have you, Adrian, because we have some story about how Ilinca brought Adrian on set, actually, and exactly, it was quite a journey establishing all the production and all the casting and everything. So we are all lucky.
So we're a bunch of lucky guys.
Yeah, exactly.
A bunch of lucky bastards.
Exactly.
That's nice. Lucas, you're on silent.
Yes, now.
Yes, but I'm listening.
Luca and Lucas.
Lucas, yes.
Observing like
Oops.
usual.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
I
go
was
on with
wondering, what's the story with the background wall behind you?
It's a slimy story. So who probably the girls would have the best one, because I can say the only thing I can say that I was after the audition, I came back to the studio after a while, and when I came back, I saw this wall, and I was wow, this is going to be like part of something in this project, and it was really nice, and they were still working and painting on it and doing things, but when I saw that, I knew it's about passion, really. So this is like a something that the girls didn't know, but when I saw the wall, when I entered the studio, I was thinking to myself, well, this could be really, really nice, because you can see the passion behind this, that early stages of work. So that was one of the motivations that you know, I wanted to be part of this. That's my story about the wall. Next.
Yeah, and we have to say and thank you also the team that made the real decor, the real walls, actually, because it was a very hard work. 6 months, Stefan, if I'm right, because
yeah, almost 6 months.
His team of guys, wonderful team, conducted by Cristina, which was our artist, because she's an artist in doing this kind of props and studio set. So it was a really interesting experience watching those elements being brought to life, actually, from their hands. And it's not that that big the team, you know, but they work hard, and as Adrian was saying, with passion, with real passion, because they are real artists in doing this.
I cannot agree more.
Okay, let's see another one.
And speaking of real artists,
yeah, well, I was laughing there. There was nothing wrong with my suggested. Yeah.
You were laughing, but I'm pretty sure everybody else around after this moment was not that.
Actually, in this particular picture, he was not laughing. It was a pretty hard scene you had that day, on that day.
Yeah, well, yes. I remember. I still have. No, it's gone. I still have. You know, from the well, it was not the ring, but the skin was really messed up, and I had like not a bruise inside, you know, which you could basically see from that hanging on that bar.
What was the scene about when you were hanging on the bar?
Ilinca.
Are we allowed to tell?
Do tell, Ilinca. Do tell. Please do tell.
Well,
Please. Yes, I want her to tell this.
The scene, what was the scene about? It was this was actually a very interesting story, because we did, in short, the scene is about respecting the laws of physics.
Nice, yes, yeah.
This proved, because we were doing we know it's a sci-fi, but it's a realist sci-fi. So everything that's portrayed in this film is real. It's subjected to the laws of physics. It's how it would happen in outer space, which is very difficult to recreate. We did it even down to the weight of the astronaut costume, speaking of which, realistic elements. And so we were trying to keep true to our credo about being physically correct, being okay. But this implied for Adrian to do, well, to push his body to the limits, I think, and basically just take out all the physical training he had from very long ago. But I'm thinking he's very happy. He was very happy. By the way, he was very happy to be able to pull this one off, and he impressed everybody. Honestly, I think I speak for everybody when I say we were impressed with the result.
Oh, really? I was practically remembering what I did in early sports college, when I was working on basic gymnastics, you know, because actually that was happening there. We have to simulate like a change of environment, something, gravity. I will not spoil. Yeah, I see your look, Ilinca. And practically I had to show everybody what I was thinking that I still can do. And in my mind, I was like, you know, Nadia Comaneci, but but with like 40 kilos plus, I guess, because I'm not a small guy. As you can see, the bar is a bit bent. It's hard, but you know, I could have done it better. If we had like, if we had, I don't know, like 2 years of training, I'm sure I could have done it better. Because in my mind, I had the perception and the image and the things I was doing when I was back in sports college, when I actually had an exam on the bar at gymnastics, and I was doing all kinds of things, you know, which I tried to do, but did it like, I don't know, 30% since like 20 years ago. But it was a really nice throwback from my gym classes, which came really in handy for this scene, really, because and I really had fun. And you know, to have fun and to be filmed and the guys admiring you, for me is like I went home like that, but with a smile like that, nothing pain. But I think that was pain, yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
The same pain is here, but some other expression. But this is a nice photo.
Very masculine you are in this.
Thank you. But this is, I want this photo. Well, you kept this. I want them also. Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Emotional moment.
Yeah, this was an emotional moment. When actually we were having, I don't know, Ilinca, how much I can say about this, so please.
Let's just keep it as at an emotional moment.
Yeah, an emotional moment.
And I suppose an intense moment.
Yes, but never mind the slippers, please. That could ruin the idea and the conception behind this photo. It was really intense.
An emotional moment.
Yeah.
It's also with animation.
Exactly. Yeah.
What we have here?
I was dead practically, but it's okay. No, I'm not dead. It's not a spoiler. No.
This is what happened with our actor at the end of the shoot. We broke him. And
Actually, this is the recovery room after a day of shooting with Ilinca
Exactly.
and Cristina and Stefan. No, I'm joking. This is some part of the screen of the script, but
We won't disclose it anymore.
yeah, please don't. I mean,
Okay.
And this
a
is
lot
us
of
rehearsing.
Very nice lightning.
This
Yeah.
Luca. Good. This is Luca's amazing job with the light.
Yes, very nice lightning. Lucas, can you say something about the choosing of the lights and what kind of light did you use on the set?
Sure. On this particular set, it was one of the few scenes, one of the very few scenes we did outside the studio. And on this one, I don't know how technical, how deep I can go technically, but it was pretty simple, basically, because we didn't want to sell too much of the location, and we just choose to lead it from top down, kind of very moody, kind of dark environments, and to keep a sensation of mystery, because I mean, yeah, we wanted to keep a sense of mystery in that scene, so it's quite low key with a few practicals, and but it's quite an easy, I mean, simple setup, honest. And it was also nice to be for a few days outside the studio to change a bit the environment.
This was from the rehearsals, I guess, right?
Yes.
This new picture. Yeah. Nice.
You can see here the technical side, measuring the distance from the camera to the actor, getting the shooting. Could you tell us more about this?
Yes, sure. I think we did a few days before the actual shooting. We did a week of tests and pre-light and those sort of things. And here we yeah, we were trying like a few different ways to make eddy moves, kind of like moving in space or different things like that. And we had to be sometimes quite imaginative because we didn't have all the money in the world. So we had some time to find system that works without the traditional ways of like big productions. So it was fun to play with that. And yeah, but here you can see you're back in the studios, and you can see some people from the Black Mantis team helping to sort out some technical stuff. It's fun to see those photos and to think back after a few months after the shoot.
What kind of camera are you using, and why you took that decision to use that type of camera?
On that production, we shot with the Sony Venice, which is the cinema line from Sony. And we choose that camera for a few reasons. Since it's a very heavy CGI project, it kind of offers a clean footage, which, like, I mean, I don't want to go too deep technically, but 6K raw image, and that offers a lot of possibilities in post-production. And but also we wanted to use some more vintage lens on that camera to I mean, kind of an homage to the old movies. Like, I mean, the Alien was shot with those lens, for instance. And yeah, also I think it's nice to play with older and more vintage lens on those new digital cameras to kind of break the digital crispness of the sensors. It's nice to play with both, to play with 50 years old lens on brand new cameras. It's a process I like to do.
Very interesting approach. I also see here that you had flies because you have a fly catcher.
Oh, yeah.
It was during the summer?
Yes, it was during the heat, one of the heat wave of this summer. So yeah, we got lucky to have some AC, some air conditioning in the studio. Otherwise, it would have been it would have been, I think, quite a very hot shooting. But it was still quite intense.
Especially as the AC, we had to turn it off for sound.
Yes, yes.
But just, I'm going to mention the name of the lenses, because I don't think you said they're Canon FTs, the lenses that Ridley Scott used on Alien, on the original Alien. So just what we mean by vintage.
The Canon, yeah, the K35 to be precise.
Okay. This is the famous wall, 6 months of work. And
you can see how long it is.
Yes.
Yeah. You can see how things were done there.
Quite
Yes.
large setup. Quite large setup.
Yes.
And this is a part of the costume.
Parts of the costume.
Motion control, motion capture.
No, on your right,
costume.
the white one.
No, this is the astronaut costume. Yeah.
Yes, the astronaut costume. Yes.
And this is Christina's project, honestly, because she.
Mine and Adrian's, because I have to give credit to Adrian's too, because this costume was, of course, another journey for us to take on producing this movie. Yeah. That in the picture there are some parts of the costumes, because the costume has many parts, as we know, and the most difficult part was to build the helmet and to fit the helmet with Adrian's body and his movements. And I think he can tell us more about how it was to play with such a costume and such a helmet on in several scenes and several
days and several days and scenes, which took like almost a week, but it was like 2 months. Well, I don't want to complain because it really helped me a lot. I mean, I'm not saying gibberish here, but it really helped me a lot to understand the things and help me get into character, as they say. Um, Even dressing up and dressing out and in and out, when we had like a small break, I could not get out of the costume because it already, it took like, I don't know, 20 minutes or 30 minutes to dress up in the costume and another 20 or 30 minutes to get out of the costume. So I did not have like enough, you know, when we had when I had small breaks. The hardest part of that costume was actually sweating underneath, because it was really hot and heavy, and to keep that costume in the most realistic position and in the most realistic way, we had to improvise another double layer costume inside to keep it, you know, in the volumes which that costume has in space. And that's hard to obtain. And luckily we met some really talented costume designers and production, yes, that came up with some solutions to have this kind of volume inside. But that volume is obtained by some really rough, edgy, and itchy materials, and that's another hard point to take when you're sweaty inside. The thing is that there's nothing, I mean, all of this hard work, because it was hard work, because from Cristina and from Theo, which helped me, and fastly learned the drill, how to dress me and undress me, and to do the levels with the helmet and the costume and tying up, and the gloves and the shoes and everything. This actually was helping to the whole process. I mean, it would not be fair to complain about this. It was hard, but I liked it like that, you know? I liked it like that because it helped me get into the real situation in that script. And I don't know. For me, it was a really big plus, the costume, even though it was a really hard piece, and it had like it's like another character of itself, you know.
Yeah, it was a character in itself, this costume for us. And
yeah.
And also with the helmet, it's an interesting story because the helmet was custom made here in Romania from the bottom, because Ilinca showed us what she wants for this movie, and it's very difficult to find such a helmet. Only NASA has such helmets, the realistic ones, and we found here some very talented props masters that actually made it from the scratch. But it was
luckily with a 3D print, but
with a 3D print, exactly. But it was very heavy, because we have to say that I think it weighs almost 6 kilos, something, only for Adrian to play with. And it wasn't that comfortable, but I think that the helmet also helped you in this process.
Just so you can imagine having like a really a big ball on your head, which you could not hold with the hands, and trying to act a fall with it. Just imagine your head inside is like a small metal ball inside a big glass ball, you know. It's like ding 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 ding, you know. And that's what we had to prevent. And in each scene, when we were studying some falls and some really heavy movement with the costume, we would have to improvise some things inside to put on the face, just to avoid that, you know, that hitting actually, because of the gravity and because of the weight of the helmet. You know, we couldn't film in an non-gravitational environment, so that's because if we were shooting in space, probably things were like easier. For me.
We're at that point actually. If we can say that, yeah, shooting in space would have been so much easier.
Easier, yeah, exactly. Even with that bar, even with the helmet, even I think even with the sweatness, because it could have been really cold there, which was for me was good. Yeah.
Okay, let's get another picture, and after that maybe I will put a short film that I got. And here
you can see the entire set, and one very interesting part, which is, so there are several layers in this picture actually. The first layer, where you can see those computer screens and Lucas looking at them. Out of frame, just out of the frame, you'd have Stefan, who would be coordinating with Luca in terms of the look on the second shot, the second layer of this photo. In the back, you could see the famous LED walls and Unreal. And so I'm going to let these guys, so Luca and Stefan, can explain a bit more the process and what exactly is Unreal and those LED walls.
Probably for you, Stefan. I mean, your mic is a cut. Can you put your mic on, Stefan?
Yes,
Good.
sorry. Also in the previous one, in this one, we can see the LED wall. In the previous photo, we will see better the set extension. If you can put back the, yes, here. So basically, we have only the wall where Adi is standing. And then, if you can see, we have a tripod, and after the tripod, we have the LED wall, and we recreated the wall in 3D using some lights and some depth of field, and we continued the spaceship in Unreal in 3D. So
you mean Unreal Engine, yes?
Unreal Engine, right?
Yes. Could you tell us a few words about this technology, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a free technology and very used in the film industry?
Yes, it's very new. It's very new. If we are talking about the LED wall.
No, I was talking about the Unreal Engine.
Yes, Unreal Engine also it's a new technique, because Unreal Engine developed the cinematic aspect really soon. I think 1 year, something like this. Otherwise, Unreal, it's just a platform for gaming. And
originally was designed for the gaming, yes.
Yes, yes. And in the meantime, they discovered that using that platform also for cinema, it's a big door. And they developed that rendering capabilities, so you can create some movies inside that gaming platform. And from that moment, some techniques was turned to this game platform. And in the same time, they developed the tracking, some tracking solutions, so you can move the real camera, and the real camera, it's linked to a 3D camera inside Unreal. And when you are moving the camera in real life, the 3D camera from Unreal moving in the same time, and you can achieve that parallax movement and that 3D matched with the reality camera movement, something like this. What say? Yeah, we are talking about the LED wall. Before the LED wall, they used some projectors like Oblivion. If you can, if you know the movie,
Yes.
they used some projectors, not 3D not LED walls. But the technique was some kind the same with the camera tracking and all of these stuff. But the guys, John Favreau, discovered that technique with LED wall and used it in Mandalorian series. And also they used in the Book of Boba. And of course, after that, this technique exploded, and most of that it's used for commercials also, and for another, not only serious, just for, and also for feature films.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
new
for sure,
dimension.
it's gonna be used more and more in the futures in the coming years. It's gonna be it's not going to replace green screen because you cannot do everything with it, but you can, there is a lot of things you can do. It's also a big plus for the actors to be actually not in front of a green screen, but in front of an actual image that they can refer to. So it's, I think for them, the actors, it's much nicer to be in front of a those kinds of environment than just green walls. And also for the post production, it's obviously much easier in the post production because they have a lot of things that they don't have to replace. And so it's more work, I would say, during the production itself, during the shooting, because you have to, it's not that easy. You have to, I mean, you have to calibrate the sensors, you have to place the camera in a good position, and you have to make sure that it works in camera. And there is things you cannot do everything, but when it works and when it's working within the shot you are trying to make, it's quite wonderful to see the possibilities that you can do with that technology. And it's only the beginning. It's quite,
Yeah. But also look, this is a good way to use LED wall also for the reflection. If you see that in this picture, we can see those reflection from the LED wall on the
yes, on the ground. Yeah.
On the ground, yes.
Yes.
Imagine if that it was on a green screen. We have a lot of green screen on the ground, but in this case, we have all those lights and corridor reflected on the ground. It's a big
Yes,
plus.
and for the costume, if you have a helmet with a visor, if you have metallic part that shine, I mean that reflects the LED walls, it's also a huge plus. Yes, for the reflection. That's true.
Okay, I think it's time to put a little film. I will try to find it and see if I can share it with you. And after that, maybe you can comment on the film. Let's see. So, what was about?
The zooming out is interesting at the end. Yeah.
This is exactly what Stefan and Luca were explaining earlier. You get to see this in detail, the LED wall and the way it mixes with the floor, with the ground, and yeah, it's part of our set and parts of our set.
Yeah, and those was shooted on the early stages of the movie. Before
Yes,
before or I think before all our
No, they were
before
shot
our
on
tests.
our week
Yeah,
of filming.
yeah, a week before
Or
the
te-
tests, something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's see another film. Very,
Yes,
very
here.
nice.
Yeah, this is those are some tests for calibration for calibration the motion control suit, and after I think those movements, the costume was calibrated and the character was not doing those weird.
And after that
After
calibration, we had the picture of Beware of the Dog.
Yes,
put this outside of the studio.
I think we have also a continuation of this. Let's see if I can play it. Just a moment.
And go.
It's only and go. It's only sound there.
Only
Yeah.
sound? You didn't?
Yes, without.
Okay,
We didn't
I will
see
try.
anything.
I will try to do it again.
Yes.
Just a moment. As always, the tech can fool you. So let's see if
Don't mention that.
Yes, yes. This is the story of your life, I think. Okay. Maybe now.
And go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see now the costume is calibrated and the movement are reproduced.
Okay, we did it this time. So what can you say about the mocap, the motion capture equipment?
Yeah, we did a research before choosing this model. I think it's the best solution for capturing the alien movement, and was very stable. As only all the motion capture costumes had some magnetic field problems, but we try to avoid that and build a specific stage for that. If you can see in those images, we had some stage trying to keep the actor as far as possible from any metal or anything else.
Or
Can
phones.
bring some, or phones, right? Yeah. Or the phones were
That was
2 or 3 meters.
forbidden area for everybody on the set.
We have with us only Adrian, so I will put this question to him, and maybe after that, if we get the other actor, we will know what was the biggest challenge when filming with so much CGI and motion capture technology. Adrian.
The whole project is the biggest challenge.
So each technology was new for you.
Well, I have worked before with a robot, and I was like used and accustomed to it. I was not accustomed to witnessing the calibration of the Cinebot, of the robot. of the motion control robot. And when I was seeing how time consuming it is to program from A to B to C to D movement of the robot to do it all the same all the time, I said, oh yeah, this was the biggest challenge, having patience. I know myself as a patient man, and actually this project was about patience. And if you can manage that, you know, there are like sayings about the patient. Patience is the ultimate virtue, and this kind of projects make you realize how patient you can be actually. Yeah, because in those times off when you have to stay, I actually fell asleep like 2 or 3 times on the set, staying in the position in which I had to stay for them to calibrate all the things. But it was never ever any hard feelings or any annoying things that happen. Really never, because everybody wanted this to be nice, and everybody was nice, and everybody was actually sometimes extremely nice. But this actually was the hardest part, probably. Yeah. And I'm not saying only for myself, I think everybody, because there are so many things that you have to puzzle down, that you need to be patient, that each department puts its own piece in the right way, and that takes time. Takes time to rig something, takes time to be safe when you rig something, takes time to calibrate the light, and then the robot, and then the people, and then to calibrate the art that's behind everything, you know. And Ilinca was patient enough, though she's volcanic times and times, but in this project, guided by you know the thrill that things are actually happening and materializing, and it was really rewarding to have patience, you know, because you could see that each and everyone there was in with the willing to do things, you know. Nobody was expecting anything right away. Everybody was giving all in, you know, for the bigger picture and the bigger project, and this is actually nice. And in my I'm so I don't know, happy only by participating in this, you know. I'm sure it will be really great, but the thrill was, oh, it's already there. So I'm really, I don't know, it's nice. Yeah.
Now I have a really tough question for the director and the producer.
Oh.
Did you receive any help or support from the Romanian state or government, or from other Romanian film producers in this project, or it was only an in-house project from your company?
Cristina, would you like to take
Hey, it's about the money, so I shall answer about
Yes,
it. Right?
if you are passing the question from one another, it's a hard question. Yes.
It's interesting story again, this project on this aspect, but I'm not going to give you the ugly details, only the beautiful ones. And yes, Voyager at this point of production and post-production is an in-house project, sustained by our companies, by our partners, our friends, families, and sponsors. It's a Romanian-Belgian co-production, and we are very, very grateful for each and every person that got involved in this film. because I repeat, we have lots of friends that helped us. Friends like, I don't know, like I think I can say this. Aqua Carpatica was one of our sponsors. Garmin, Under Armour, some restaurants in Bucharest that gave us food because they knew us, they believed in our project, Mum and others. So it was made by us. And I have to say, I'm not saying this because Ilinca is our director and she's that talented and she's my friend for 20 years now. But we are all very happy that we got together in this project because of her, because she had this dream. And I know about and knew about this dream for 7 years now. And it was very tough and very difficult to see it on set. But I think we made it. With Stefan, we have to thank him also because he was crazy enough to believe in this project and to say, okay, let's do this, and to put all his resources, the studio, the people, himself for this project. So yes, actually no, we didn't have any other fundings from the Romanian government or associations. Or
we did have from the Belgian side a couple of regional funds in Belgium, like the developing fund at Sabam and another regional fund which is here at the Screen Brussels. So we did have some Belgian support, but Romanian, unfortunately, no. Which is kind of, I'm just going to mention this because I know it's the context right now with the new CNC and the whole interview and discussion about the CNC and some declarations that are now happening about entertainment versus art house film. I don't necessarily think there is a distinction between the two. I don't necessarily think that entertainment excludes art house or the other way around. And art excludes entertainment. I honestly don't think that. And it's sad to see that even when a project comes by with because from the declaration of the director of the CNC, there is a lack of entertainment films out there, and it's sad that even though when they have the opportunity to go to something more entertainment, well, they don't see this art versus, they see it as a versus, not as a combination, and this is unfortunate.
I know that sometimes it's hard to put a tag on a project or a film, but what is the Voyager? A mini series or a full featured film?
I think it's the two. It's a very long film divided into a very long feature divided into 8 episodes. Which in today's world where viewer binge watching and requires a little bit, it requires because nowadays, the audience is used to putting on pause, going to, you want to binge watch and watch something very long, but you want to have the freedom of having your being on your phone, doing that, doing this, doing that, which is something that's happening with Netflix and with the whole binge watching culture that appeared. So Voyager is actually a very, very long feature film, but we want people to watch it and not, to engage with it. So we're splitting it up in 8 episodes.
Can we disclose at this point the length of each episode, or maybe of the whole film? Do you have this data available or not?
It's too early to tell right now the final length. We can tell you what estimates we have based on what we shot and what we're looking at. We're aiming for 20-25 minutes per episode.
Per episode, and it will be probably 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And how many of the episodes are in pre-production or maybe post-production now?
Now we're editing the first.
exactly.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
Ilinca already wrote the second and the third, and she's working on the fourth episode. So we're advancing, but we want to see this first episode ready, and after that to start the production for the others.
Do you have a timetable for the whole miniseries or the whole film to end? Where is the end of the production and the release of all the film?
Let's keep it for
Yes.
now in this phase, because yeah, we have some figures, we have some plans, but I don't want to throw some data that is not going to be accurate. So I'm only telling you that all of us, we're making the best of what we can to deliver it to the public as soon as possible, because this movie, it's meant to be seen by the public. It's not only to put it in festivals or to watch it with our families. Of course, we intend to bring it to festivals, but it's meant to be for the public, as Ilinca said earlier. So as soon as possible, we are going to deliver it.
Yes,
in a week
yes.
or in another week.
Yeah, that was another question that you anticipated about the film festivals, because it's very interesting. The majority of the films in the film festival are films which are only in this circuit, and very rarely they are going in cinemas or in streaming. Of course, there are exceptions, but I wanted to know your opinion about this showing at submitting for the film festivals.
Of course, this is also something. Of course, we are aiming for this as well, with the advantage of having nowadays, and again, we're not just. It's not a local production. It's an international product, and we're going also to the culture of genre films. And let's think of Belgium and the Brussels Fantastic Film Festival, which is a very established,
Yes.
40 editions almost. So there is a culture and there is a market for this. So again, one doesn't exclude the other, and I know it's of course there's and even this is starting to change, the idea that only art house films belong to festivals.
Also, there is also TGIFF, which is also a very big festival.
And in the end, art is in the eye of the beholder. So it's we don't want to limit ourselves to say no, this is just for the public, or no, this is just for the festivals. No, this is a film, and the film has its life, and it needs to live its life from beginning to the end. As I'm saying, it's 7 years old, it's going to school now, so it's still got a long way to go until graduating.
Okay, so now you are doing post-production also in Romania or in other places?
Also in Romania, and it's Belgium and Romania basically for now in both. And yeah, we're editing, and this is also it's new for me as a way of working on the post-production of a film, because first we'll be editing to create a first rough cut with which Stefan will then work and then have a look at, and based on his work, this rough cut will come back to us in the edit, and we'll then do more, peaufinage, as we say in French, so just the fine details. And then it goes back to Stefan, and so it's a circle of post-production, which is quite new for us all to work this way. Looking forward.
I propose to see other images and for you to comment. Let's see some images with the crew. Yes, that was that one. Do you see the image?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Who dares to comment?
I can do it if you don't mind.
Yes, please do.
And I will, yeah. You can see part of the camera crew. You have Pablo, which is the first AC, actually on the dolly, manipulating the camera. You can also Victor And it's I just wanted to give a small shout out to the team and the crew for the great work they did, because it was not always easy, but it was, I mean, honestly, a great pleasure to work with them. And so yeah, just a little behind the scene, a little behind the scene photo, which is nice to see.
And also, Lucas, I have to say that you said about Pablo and Victor, but I think we have to really thank Gabi.
Of course, Gabi. Of
He was
course, you can see
wonderful.
on the left
Yeah.
part,
And
holding
Andre,
that, and Andre, yes.
whom is part of Stefan's team, and he's a very young professional, but very eager to learn so many things about movie making, and he's very, very, very talented, a very talented young man. Growing up fast.
Also, we see Oni there. It's another
In the
it's
background,
Oni.
yes.
It's also on.
Okay, so these are our guys that were wonderful on the set.
Oni is Batman there.
Yeah.
You can only see, you know. I am Batman.
This is a beautiful picture of Sandra, our makeup artist, a very talented makeup artist. So she's specialized in special effects makeup. So all that's like scars and bruises, and this is what she had to do on the, or aging, or well, special effects makeup. And she did an amazing job creating all these little cuts and very realistic marks from the suit. So she studied what would be the potential injuries that wearing EVA suit, because that's the name of the astronaut suit, the extravehicular activity suit. And she studied where exactly would be bruises and cuts and impacts on the skin of the astronauts. And created this makeup, which reflected, it was again very, very realistic makeup, and she would take all the time she needed, and the results were amazing. So it looked real. I think Adrian, you went to the gym once and didn't get to remove your makeup, and people thought you were hers. Like,
no, you remember I had like a 3-hour break, and and it was my workout day, and I wanted to take advantage of that break, and my gym place was really quite next to the studio, and that was the time in which I went like in the gym, and they were looking at me, and they said, one of the guys from the gym asked me if I am in MMA fighting, if I'm like a fighter. And I said, no, this is like prosthetics, you know, and he was looking here, and here I had it, you know, because he thought that I had these injuries when I was fighting or practicing for a fight or something, which was really real. So it was nice. Yeah.
I think it's something similar from the same time.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, they were like fixing the mic or the headset, I guess, there.
Yeah.
I can't realize who's in my bag. Ilinca was there, but
and yes, and I think it's John with, or oh no, that's Matei.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This was like, okay, really? Did I lose weight? Really? That's the look. Thank you. Interesting. Yeah.
You can see Gabi.
Yeah.
The key grip.
The Black Mantis robot and the mysterious tree behind.
Yes.
You know, that's like a light motive, like in Game of Thrones. You know, they had like the tree. That was a part with us. I think it's still in your studio, Stefan, isn't it?
Yes, it is there.
Yes.
So you have to make some eyes and some blood bleeding from the eyes from that. That was actually a light motive of. Look who's learning CGI there.
That was, I think that was a very interesting moment, with us talking about what's happening and what's going to happen next, because this was the Stefan's area, the CGI area. It was sacred. Nobody got into their area except Ilinca and maybe myself when I had some questions or some troubles solving. So that Stefan, I think you were telling me something that it wasn't that funny.
Well, actually, this is one of the rare moments in which Stefan is smiling and Cristina is not. Because in the others,
Yeah.
Ilinca and Cristina are smiling because they are asking, Stefan, can we do that? And Stefan is like serious and he's thinking, oh my God, another 2 months of working. Yes, we can.
Exactly. Every idea means 2 months of working.
So I guess at the moment
this is a rare footage. This is a rare footage.
footage, I think he was telling me something. No, you can't do this. So I'm okay. That's why he was smiling,
No, you are not okay. From your looks, you are not okay with the idea that we cannot do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very nice to see these images and to have your insights about them, because if you put these images here on a website, or just show it in rapid succession in a TV show, nobody knows all the details, but now we have time to just dissect it, and it's really, really nice to have these details.
Yeah, and
Every picture have a story. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, look who's here now.
Oh, I don't know why you have this picture, because it was in the bulk with the team, I guess. Ilinca.
Admit it, you sent it. Admit it, you sent it there.
We chose different pictures with us, but I forgot about this. Okay, yeah, it was one of those days on the set.
But she looks beautifully angry there.
Yes, yes.
Oh, thank
She
you.
wants to tear up someone or something.
I think she was making a really hard deal there, and she was saying, "Okay, I will not give you the tree behind me. You will not have that." No, I'm joking. No, but it's nice, and the light comes from the screens. Oh, okay.
I guess so. Oh, yeah, that was Stefan. I'm hoping that he's going to be with us soon, because he said in about 3 minutes he's going to be online with us. Stefan Lupu, our alien.
Yes.
It was on the rare moments that Stefan Lupu had something to discuss with Stefan Buzea.
He was asking for a raise there. I'm sorry. This is how it looks. He's asking for a raise. Stefan is with him on the team, and Cristina says, "Come on, man. You're working only 5 days now and you want a raise?"
It's also one of the rare occasions when he was allowed to leave the little
area.
Island. Yeah.
Because most of the time he was really locked in there, because each time he'd leave, he'd need to recalibrate all the sensors. So as Cristina said, I really hope he's going to join us soon, so he can
He will.
He's going to tell it so well, the whole being trapped on a small stage.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him what raise were you asking there in that picture.
He will be under questioning when he comes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, so the alien will be here. That's a good night. I think it's a traffic also on intergalactic travel.
Highway.
That's right.
Yeah, they were talking about, okay, we don't have ways here. What do we do this? What are we? No, but nice actually,
us concentrated on our. And this is very funny, because Luca and I, we work a lot together, and I think we have pictures like this on every shoot. Where we are very concentrated into discussing something.
But you know, you really make a good team, actually. You know, even when you talk in French, we understood. So actually, you get along nice, and it's really nice working with you two guys. Really.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, Eddie.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's the feeling is mutual.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Cool.
And look at
But
how
there,
it's.
sorry.
Sorry.
No, I was making a joke again. They were talking about Stefan's raise.
Oh, hello, salute.
Hello, Stefan.
Hey,
Hello,
hello.
Stefan.
Hello,
Hello,
how are
Stefan.
you?
Welcome.
Well, I'm here, yes.
The wolf.
Yes, the wolf is here.
So let's get back to this very funny commented image.
So are you rich, Stefan? Are you rich right now? Are you satisfied about the raise you got when you asked for that raise in that picture?
Yes, I'm rich, but in the first place, I'm rich here. Okay. And after that, I'm waiting for some money to be richer.
Oh my God.
So he didn't get the raise. That's the nice way of putting. Now we were discussing pictures
Okay.
from the set, and in this one I made the joke that you were asking for a salary raise there. So that's
Yes,
why
yes.
there looks. I don't know if you see the picture.
No, yeah, I have to look at it. Okay. Where is it? Oh, yes. Ah, okay, I understand now.
Okay. Your mic is off. Your
Yeah.
oh. Your mic.
We can't hear you.
The microphone.
Okay, he just got out of a class, so I think he's there, but he's going to be again with us, I think.
Yes. Let's go further.
Sorry, guys, sorry.
Okay.
No problem.
I was running with my bike and I'm a little bit dynamic. Okay, so yes, the raise will be there. And yes, I feel, yes, I am rich. Okay, so I don't want to interrupt you, so I will try to be with you and to be patient and stay calm, because I was running with my bike and I'm a little bit, I told you, I'm on contemporary dance now.
Yeah, but maybe you should give us your insight about Voyager and what it felt like and how it felt like, because we all had like our parts of saying, and now since you're on, and probably we won't have that much to spend, probably you can share us your thoughts about everything, and maybe Luca will give you some questions and right.
Okay. So the most interesting thing is that I had to play an alien. And this is really exciting and it's really challenging, because you know I had to just to imagine how an alien looks like and thinks, and how he acts and everything, and it's really challenging. But as an actor, it's really nice when you have a big challenge. So this was really a big challenge for me, and for this I thank you, Ilinca, and also Cristina. I don't want to be emotional now, but like I'm looking for like different or special or contra-emploi parts, and this one was really good for me. And I had this nice feeling before the shooting. I had this nice atmosphere during the shooting and during the shooting days. It was not exhausting. It was good. It was good energy. It was constructive energy. Everything was professional, and that's the I like it. You know, from time to time, you have special situations when you are working 2 hours and you are exhausted and or you feel strange. But here it was really good, and I'm really curious about the product and everything. I'm really curious. A lot of people asked me about the movie. I saw on Instagram and I saw on Facebook that you are doing a movie. Tell us about it. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to put some spoiler there. And but they were really curious about the movie and the whole project and the motion capture. The sensors and everything, the gloves, and I didn't know what to tell them. I was always I was trying to tell them that everything was good and you will see, and when we will see the movie and when we will go out and I was just telling them that hey guys, just be patient, it will be okay, and I will tell you when everything it will be good. So Adi, what was the question? Because I started to
before the question, I would like to salute Irina Margareta Nistor, which is our jury president, and Bogdan Milchelescu, who is also one member of the jury, to please, after joining us, to please open your microphones and your cameras if you have any questions for all the nice people here, the team from the Voyager. You can join the talk and we are welcoming you. So now can you, if you want.
Yes,
yes.
I want to ask if, I don't know if in what language they talk in the film?
English.
So it will be, even if it's like it's a Romanian film or
it's a co-production.
It's a co-production.
And also because the so as mentioned, that we want to be very realistic, and so the character is a member of the European Space Agency Astronaut Corps, and that's the official language in space is English. For NASA, ESA, they speak in English.
Yes, of course.
So the language is English. And
but there are the characters who we know that they are Romanian in the space station or something.
His character is Romanian. So
and what is the name of his character?
Toma Dalea. So he's Major Tom.
Major Tom.
It's Major Tom.
But Tom is English or Romanian, yeah.
Toma.
In Romanian is Toma, yeah.
Yes, and they speak to him, Toma Dalea. Hey, Toma, in film.
Yes, they call him Tom, of course.
And they said that he's Romanian, for example, in a film.
Do we say that? Oh yes, we do say that. Actually, we do say that. We will give you one more little. This we can say as a little spoiler. We did had the benefits of featuring Mr. Prunario. And
yes.
he was also our consultant. He helped Adrian prepare and prep for the role, and he myself as well. He helped me, and we visited together the Eurospace Center in Belgium, and managed to have a actual training session on different objects that at the Eurospace Center and at the Military Museum in Bucharest. And so he gives indeed this information that our astronaut is the second Romanian in space.
He will be the second Romanian in the space, yes. And in what kind of, if you put the two extremes, like Star Wars in the side and the Expanse in the other side, and what level you put your film between these two marks?
I'd say in a league of its own, all honesty. We've always tried to steer clear from, the classical cliches of science fiction. So I do want to say it's a little bit in a league of its own. It draws inspiration from both Star Wars and The Expanse. Something.
It's a combination, yes.
Yes.
So it's also soap opera and hard science fiction. combination.
Yeah, well, let's say, okay, let's go more towards the personally, I'm a fan of Gene Roddenberry's vision of the future in Star Trek. So let's say he's going a little bit, we took a little bit from that
Yes.
idealism, let's call it that way.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
And also, I have another question for Stefan, which was put to also to Adrian. What was, Stefan, for you, what was the biggest challenge when filming with so much CGI and motion capture technology?
I had to imagine working with Adi in front of me, touching him, having actions with him, but actually Adi was not with me. He was 6 meters away from me. So I had to imagine the proportions and everything, all the story, all the script. That was hard. And maybe another hard thing, it was that I had to work with my body language as an actor, as an alien, of course. And after that, separately, I had to play with my face and my mimics. And it was really, really hard because it was the first time in my life doing this, like playing with my face and the same thing, but separately playing with my body language and my actions and my gestures. And it was amazing in one way, but it was something new and different, and something that it was something that I couldn't control 100% as an actor.
Okay, I now invite Irina to put some questions to the team. Please, Irina.
Yeah, so glad. Yes, I've heard almost everything. So it was really fascinating. Ilinca, I'm so glad you started this project, and I'm quite sure you'll get it to a happy ending, I hope. Don't kill Adrian if possible, please. And yeah, I was just curious to know if you discuss with our cosmonaut, it's not called an astronaut, but a cosmonaut, because you know quite well that it was a flight through the Russians, so with Prunariu. And I just want to underline the fact that the actor you've chosen is as charming as Gagarin. So, okay, so did you discuss? Yeah. Yeah, you know that he was extremely charming and not so tall. You are too tall to be an astronaut.
Well, actually, right now I'm not. No,
You're
I'm
not.
not.
Okay.
They changed the height.
The height,
you know,
yes, okay. They saw that maybe the Americans are too tall for that. So, did you discuss any of you with Prunario?
Ilinca, can you answer and then I will answer? Or how
if you want, so yes, we did, both of us actually, and Cristina as well. So we went in contact. We contacted him and presented the project, and he was very interested. And this is something that for us also is something very dear, and that's why we were trying to keep the realist. Logical, realistic, physical phenomenon happening, because he underlined, and this is the importance of the educational aspect.
Yeah.
In the sense that this, you know, kids these days, they can, and hopefully we can give them this, an aspiration, something to aspire to. If they can find themselves, you know, maybe,
and an inspiration also. Yes, yeah.
Maybe a little girl or a little boy who dreams of flying into space, they'll see Adi and think, oh, look, it's possible. It's
yes. From Vlad to to this one, Tom, it's okay. It's such a long trip, so to say. And yeah, I think it will be wonderful. Can you fly, my darling? Can you pilot?
I can not pilot. I have been propositioned to learn piloting from some of our pilot friends who helped coach us, because we also benefited from help from actual aviators and pilots and this is very useful for our next project as well.
That's
We're
good.
not going to give any more details, but it comes back to flying. It does involve flying.
That's why we invented this film festival. In fact, Darius invented this film festival to get you start something, something like that. And by the way, Pronario, he's a very cinema lover. He's going to the movies. He's going to the first night movies and so on. So, Adrian, please, your answer.
Well, Cristina proposed to me. She said when we were rehearsing.
Proposed to you? That's something fishy. You have two children.
Proposed in this. She proposed to have a meeting with Mr. Pronario, and I said immediately yes. And the first time we met was in the National Military Museum, where we met exactly at his capsule. With the actual capsule with which he was in space. And that was actually mind-blowing for me. Only to touch that material, that capture, only because the guys from the National Military Museum were so nice that they took off the glass seal, you know, from the capsule. They took it off, and I was able to stick my head inside and see actually how was it actually to be in that capsule, you know, going in, out and in space. And Cristina, we were talking with him about 3 hours at that time. He stayed with us 3 hours. He was really hungry, and actually he stayed with us and he explained a lot of things to me, and I had a lot of curiosities and things to learn, to see how I can put in Tomadale, in the character, to see how you can react. And I was asking all the things with the gravity, all the things, you know, that prepared me a bit for this part. And also he was at the studio where we were shooting, and he is actually a part of the project. But my meeting with him and preparing Tomadala and actually satisfying my curiosity, because to meet the only Romanian that went in space, for me it's like a really great honor. And to have him side by side for 3 hours and talking with him some really nice information, which you can have, but not from the source.
It's not the first-hand information.
Exactly.
That piece of information. Can you fly a plane? Can you pilot?
Only as a passenger, and
okay.
only
you can't.
Only
so you
with
can't like.
No, only with a parachute on. Yeah. If I'm going to fly a plane, I'm going to be sure to have a parachute. You know.
Stefan, second Stefan, so the nearly comer in here. Have you met E.T. just before playing this part of the alien?
I didn't met E.T., but I thought about E.T.
But have you seen E.T. at least?
Yes.
Okay, I feel much better.
Thank you. Yes, I know I'm younger, but I was researching for this alien, and I saw a lot of things on YouTube, like crazy things and things that are not real. But I saw an interview with an alien, and the alien speaking about
in English.
Yes,
probably.
yes, in English,
course,
yes. And his voice was really deep, and he was, it was a good English. And he was coming back from the year 3052 something, yes. And it was really, really nice. But I thought
you remember that when Hillary Clinton tried to be the president of the United States, she said, if I am elected as a president, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to tell you everything about the aliens. So maybe you should meet her.
Yes.
Now that's a nice
That's why
PR
she
movement.
didn't. That's why she didn't.
And I also saw a documentary about Area 52, 51, sorry. It was really strange because they were saying that they have some proofs, that they know how to prove that the alien were there and they exist actually. And it was really strange.
But do you believe they exist? That's important for the role you are playing.
For this role, yes, I believe they exist. But I'm not 100%. I don't have the proof.
Imagine.
Yes.
Okay, they will abduct you and show you that
Yes.
they exist just
I feel
the premiere.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I feel that there is something up there. I feel this. I feel it, but I can explain it, and
Okay.
I don't have the proof. I'm sorry. So
Okay. Okay.
They
See you
will
on the
abduct you.
big screen. Yeah.
Sorry. They will abduct you and they will show you your mistakes you did.
Exactly. They said, no, here you are not right. No.
we will look at the movie together, and
Yeah, for sure. Yes, with some popcorn.
Actually, spoilers, I am one of the aliens, so I will abduct. So.
Okay, abducted. Okay. I must leave you because we have an interview for the television. See you on the big screen and the huge screen, if possible, and also among the stars. Thank you so much for the project to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Irina. It was very nice to have you here because you facilitated this meeting, and I'm so happy and grateful for you that you did that. So thank you again. And now we have time only for some final thoughts from each of you. Please, in the order you choose, say a few words about the project, and please say a few words for the participants at the festival.
Let's start with our stars.
Stefan?
Yes, you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm really curious about the project. I'm really curious, and hopefully it will be something very good with good quality from all our parts, because it is not just the actors, it's everything, and the post-production. I know it's really hard, and I just good luck, Stefan, Buzea, and everything. I'm really curious about the image. I saw something on the set and it looked amazing, and I think this is my word for the project: curiosity. And hopefully everybody will be enthusiastic after the movie will be ready. Hopefully they will be happy, and they will be interesting in the next projects. Yes, I think this is it.
Thank you. Okay, I'm really grateful for being a part of this team and a part of this project, of being actually part of the first science fiction project in Romania in like a lot of years now. I'm grateful that Ilinca and Cristina chose me to be actually the second Romanian astronaut in space. I have learned a lot, really, I have learned a lot. And things are only with a huge plus for me. And of course, besides that, I am willing and seeing that I can continue to give all my efforts to see this alongside with the team, because I want this to happen. And even we have like a lot in our lives, a lot of things to do, and a lot of things I'm really happy that we got to shoot, and I got to do mostly our realistic parts, but I'm still along with the team to see this project to a really nice nice ending, because I love it a lot. So I don't care if what everyone will think. I don't, because I feel it here, and it's all that matters actually. So thank you guys. Thank you a lot.
It's my turn now.
Turns out it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy and I'm very proud to be the producer of this project. I'm very thankful for this team, for the actors, for you, for this project. And I have to say that the team is not only the 5 or 6 people here. There are many people, talented, hardworking, that went the extra mile, and they are still doing it, as Adrian said. And I don't know, I think I'm really thankful and happy to produce this, to be part of this, to live it, to feel it, and to see it growing. And it's not a promise, it's the plan. It's going to happen. Voyager is going to happen. I can assure you of this, because we are all doing our best to make it happen. So thank you guys, and hopefully we'll get back on set soon, because I miss you, all of you. Yeah. Stefan?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh.
Stefan,
Yeah.
you don't have a light on you. You don't have
No, I
CGI
don't have.
here, you know?
Yeah, just a second.
I'm joking.
I will
It's okay.
Ooh, light.
Yeah, too much light. Yeah, I'm also curious how it will look. No, I'm joking. Yeah, from my point of view, I think my job is around 30% or something like this. So right now I'm very concentrated, and I'm trying to, I don't know, put together a team and our team, and analyze all those CGI shots. There are a lot of CGI shots, a lot of masks, a lot of 3D animation, cleanup, face captures, cleanup, or anything else. Also full CGI shots, combined CGI shots. So I think I will be happy after we finish all those all those hard working moments. But I'm absolutely sure we will be there, and I don't know, I can support Ilinca's vision, and I don't know, do a good movie, and all the guys who and girls who are looking and like CGI or sci-fi movies will be pleased to watch our project.
Luca?
And then
Yes.
I will be happy.
Sure. Yeah, I would like to thank both Adi and Stefan for their patience, because like Adi said, it requires a lot of patience sometimes on set, and I'm really, really thankful and grateful for your time and your patience, and the fact that you were understanding about the fact that technology sometimes takes time, but it was, I'm sure, worth it. And thank you, Ilinca and Kiki, for your trusts, and like I said before, big thanks to the whole camera team, the whole art department team, and the Black Mantis team that were absolutely perfect. I mean, just the how they welcome us here, because me and the camera assistant are from Belgium, so it was also an adventure for us to come in Romania to shoot that, and we felt extremely well welcomed. So that was a big plus to make that movie happen. And like everyone, I'm very eager, I'm very curious, and I'm very looking forward to see the final results. And I want to wish you the best of luck, Stefan. I'm sure you will nail it. I mean, you will do a perfect job, but good luck for the first production, because I know it's a lot of, it will be a lot of, it's a lot of work. And yeah, I'm very looking forward to shoot the next episode for sure. And we learned a lot. I would say that I think we all learned a lot, and it was a very, very crazy experience.
Yeah, we all learn a lot. Yeah, that's for sure. And thank you all of you guys for patience. That was very important. And Adi was right. It was all about patience.
Yes, for sure.
And I have to say that it was a crazy experience, but also a very beautiful one, because everybody on set was acting like, I don't know, we were like family on those weeks and something like that. So crazy but beautiful. Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah.
Ilinca, it's your turn now.
In closing of this wonderful discussion, thank you so much, Darius, for having us all together here at the Galactic Imaginarium. It's a great opportunity to see everybody again, because damn, I miss you. Sorry if I'm saying I miss you. I miss you all. And first and foremost, thank you each and everyone, from Cristina and Lucas and Stefan and Adrian and Stefan Lupu, to our interns, our UNATC interns, who and Pablo, our assistant camera, and the Black Mantis guys, our grip, our gaffer, all the crew involved. Everybody who was that 3D printer, who were building the 3D printers, building our headsets and everything. So all the work involved, it was huge and amazing, and it's kind of a dream come true. After 7 years, to bring this to set and to shoot it with who are in the end my friends, and this is also a great experience that I can share this with friends, and we get to make this happen. So in the end, thank you again, guys, and thank you, Darius, at the Galactic Imaginarium. Hopefully next year we get to be there with at least a teaser, I hope.
Look, I have the perfect ending. Look, wait, I have the perfect ending. Wait. 1, 2, I'm like,
oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very good. So looking at my image, I thought okay, this is a spoiler right now.
Yes, this is
this light.
No, it's not. No, nobody will know.
Yes, it's like an inside joke, because I didn't get it. So
yes.
Exactly, that's my point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, girls. It was a wonderful occasion to get so many insights from a production of international science fiction movie. It was wonderful 2 hours of the afternoon, and I think all the participants that are in the festival and the ones who will see the recording will be full of joy, because it was a very not only informative but very entertaining panel. Thank you again. I hope that we will see each other next year, maybe with some more details, maybe with the teaser, as you said. And I am thinking positively with you, and I hope you will have the strength, imagination, and I'm sure you'll have the strength, imagination, and power to make this happen, because it's a very nice project, and I wish you all the good in the world to finish it as you want to be made.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Everybody. Have
Bye.
a nice evening. Bye.
Bye.